Hey guys, we are back for another video. If you guys are not subscribed to the channel, go ahead and make sure you guys are doing that. Now, if you guys have not enabled your bell notification, go ahead and do that as well. Now, we are learning more information as to what the big issue here with Shamea needing to have a male child. Now we know she has the two girls, and then her last daughter, Shiloh, who is beautiful by the way. Shiloh suffers from some health issues, and Shamea spoke about some issues health wise that she had, while trying to give birth. And she's talked about her, surrogate, and then we learned the surrogate that she had. She actually has a new surrogate. Well, we're learning, as to why, Shamia is actually very eager to have another child and what the true reasoning is behind this that she just doesn't want to tell us, y'all. So let's get into it. Let's let our intro play out, y'all. Hit your bell notification, though, so you don't miss out on a video.
Please, I don't have any time for any gossip now. Eh?
Yes. Now, with regards to, Shamea and her husband, she has her first daughter. And I'm sorry, I can't remember the first daughter's name. But then she has the second daughter, Shiloh. Now, if you guys follow Shamea's story, you know that her last daughter was birthed by a surrogate, but you would have learned that her surrogate ended up being diagnosed with cancer and needed to have the baby early so that she can go under, her treatment and things of that nature. But anyways, Shiloh suffered from, health issues. And I don't know if it's because she was delivered early. I wouldn't even be able to tell you that. But what we did learn is even though, Shamea had went through all of that, she stated that she had got pregnant again, but something happened. So she has really been going through with regards to having another baby. And we've even saw her on this season of Real Housewives, and you can tell she was really, really stressed out. And she even shared some of her, moments, in which she was stressed out. She talked about various different things that went into the process, and it just seems like it was a lot. Keep in mind, trying to get pregnant, with another baby and then taking care of two babies. But if you guys had the opportunity to watch any of the reunion, one of the viewers asked a question with regards to why is it so important that Shamea continues to have a baby. Keep in mind, she spoke about her health issues. So let's kind of get into what Shamea said, and then we're going to pull up the proof that I found, which clearly says why she wants to have another baby.
Los Angeles said, Shamea, it seems like your husband is putting pressure on you to have another child, even after your fertility struggles. Is there some sort of mandate that says you have to give him a boy?
No, there's no mandate. I mean, it's a marriage. It's give and take. And I want to please my husband because he does everything he can to please me. I'll do my best. If I can deliver, great. If not, it's not like he's going to leave me. I mean, that's not what this is.
So Shamea didn't really get into anything when asked. She just basically said, well, it's not like my husband is going to leave me. That really wasn't the question. So she didn't really answer the question at all, which we're going to get into the answer to why, Shamea is wanting to have a son. It's tied to wealth. It's tied to her husband is of African descent, and we're going to get into all of that. But before we get into that, let's watch a clip video of Shamea, and she's going into her, her surrogacy journey, and she's talking about, all of the different routines that she have to do. And I am not familiar with it. I've never had to do it, don't really know much about it. But let's kind of get into what she said, because what it does is it puts you guys into the mind frame of all of the stuff that she has to do, which just seems very, very exhausting. to say the least.
Jesus to make 100. When I initially embarked on my IVF journey, I spoke with Candy. 99 and a half won't do. So today I did my blood work, a transvaginal ultrasound. They drew out 6 tubes of blood. My estrogen levels will be off the charts, which will put me at increased risk for strokes, heart attack. I'm telling you, I love my husband and I really love my family. I do.
Okay, guys, so let's just get into it. So Shamea talked about how she is at risk for a heart attack and stroke. And I'm gonna be honest, that is enough for me. I'll just be honest. I will be just happy with the 2 girls that I have. Okay. Now let's get into it, y'all. So Shamea's husband is from Kenya. We all know that Kenya is a country located in East Africa, which is a part of the continent of Africa. Now, with regards to that particular country, they have a patrilineal society. Okay. Now, if you guys don't know what that means that their culture traces their inheritance through the male child. That is as simple as I can put it. So typically what that means is generally when you have a daughter, the daughter marries and she has a husband, obviously what happens? Her last name is changed. So what this means is that more times than not, they want a son. And I'm going to tell you why. Because the son is generally the person that they pass everything down to. Okay. So it's very important for Shamea to actually have a male child. And I'm going to dig a little bit deeper if y'all would let me. So, in other words, y'all, family membership and social status is determined by the father's side of the family. This means that children are considered part of their father's clan or family group, and property and titles are typically passed down from the fathers to the sons. So essentially, what this means is Shamea has a rich husband and he doesn't have not even a son to pass everything down to. Typically, everything is left to the sons, and it's kind of like I just explained it, because with daughters, not saying the daughters are not valuable, but typically daughters will get married and maybe the husband may have a business or her husband may be doing something else. But if y'all can follow what I'm saying, men want a son, especially when you're talking about the African culture. So it's important that Shamea has a son, because otherwise, who does Gerald pass everything down to? Now, I wish she would have really explained this instead of just blowing it off and making it seem like, oh no, if I can't have a baby, it's no problem. In fact, it is a huge problem because this is the culture. This is the culture. So now you guys can understand why it is of major importance for her to have a male. She just needs one, but she needs to have a male. And this is why it's so important to her. Again, I really wish she would have said that instead of just blowing over it, making it seem like it's not that important. Because this is very important, because this could make or break her marriage. Because, if she can't have a boy, I'm not saying her husband will go out and get a boy somewhere else, but I hope y'all understanding how important this is, because he has to have a son. So you can kind of understand why this is of utmost importance to Shamea.